Hey, Shalom. We're the GMS Louisiana Saints, the New Orleans camp, here to bring you a quick lesson. Prior to get started, we're going to give infinite honors and prayers to
Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Rakah, Wadash.
Double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS who taught us this truth. Peace and salutations to the hopefully elect, the Akim and Aqua, who believe in this truth. And Shalom, Salaki.
Shalom.
We're going to go ahead and hop in a quick lesson, man. This movie, Emancipation, very, very good movie. I would love to see what I'm trying to say.
A highly recommended movie.
Recommended movie.
Highly, because
definitely.
Brother was I know you saw it before me.
Mm-hmm.
Other brothers were telling us all about it, and I watched a good bit of it last night, and it was highly spiritual. Had so many nuggets you could take out of it, so many lessons this lesson you can do on it.
So, I have to give a quick spoiler. In the movie, which the inspiration of this lesson that we're doing is to you unbelievers. Because in the movie, you're going to see one slave who ended up getting his ass whooped, who tried to run away, but at the end of the day, he talked down on the Lord. Will Smith in the movie, he has the utmost faith in the Lord, and he believed that the Lord is going to get him through everything, which henceforth why he's the the star of the movie. But the other guy who ended up getting fucked up, and so he didn't believe in the Lord. He mentioned something about
it wasn't pretty much. This ain't really a spoiler because you're gonna see it in like the first 15 to 20 minutes of the movie. They take Will Smith away from his family because they sell him to some other slave holders, and they working at like digging ditches and making railroads and shit. And the Jake that the brother's talking about was a runaway.
Yep.
And he got hit with that iron on his face that left the R sign. So fast forward, they got Will Smith, the newly arrived slaves, and the runaway all chained up in a cage. And Will Smith, there's a young Jake there. He just like he looked like he around 18 or something.
Yeah, young Jake scared shitless.
Yeah, he breaking that because he a boy. He breaking down and scared. And Will Smith is like, hey, pray to the Most High. The Most High will get us through this. And then the one Jake was talking big shit. He's like, where is God with us here? Just being a damn scoffer, trying to shoot down everything Will Smith's doing to try to comfort this one Jake through the scriptures. Like a lot of you Jakes out there. Here we are, coming in that emancipation spirit, emancipate you Jakes from your mental slavery and just you just feeling like a second-class citizen and being a nigger, a spicker, a tonto in America, emancipating you through the scriptures. But what? You want to talk down on that white man wrote that he's a white man's God. That's a book written by men. There is no God. Nothing's gonna happen. Pretty much we got to do it ourselves and all that. But look, Jakes continue to be in a bad case, and the thing to come next is going to be that judgment.
And also to mention with the same scoffer in that movie, he mentions if there is a God, why would he put us in this position? Why are we going through slavery and so on and so forth? And that was his reasoning in his mind to believe that there is no power over Israel. But we could go ahead and kick it off with that song, brother.
Let me see. Just flipped off a mistake.
Kind of good.
This is Psalms chapter 14 and verse 1. It says, the fool had said in his heart, there is no power. They are corrupt. They have done abominable works. There is none that do it good.
So at the end of the day, he's a fool. Obviously, if he don't believe in Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, we understand that throughout our history, we was in and out of slavery. Knowing that right now we're in our worst captivity ever. Which emancipation is basically going into. But overall, like I said, he's a fool for not believing in Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. And at the end of the day, his works is nothing but folly. If you don't believe in, if you don't believe in the Lord.
Hey, like that guy in the movie, and a lot of you Jakes. I wish we knew that character's name in the movie, because that's the name for you Jakes out there.
Yeah.
He was walking by his sight. He wasn't walking by faith of the Spirit.
Yep.
Will Smith throughout the whole movie, he started the movie off praying. He was praying throughout the movie. He would be, whenever he was lost, he'd see like doves and signs and stuff, and he was able to guide himself through all manner of horrific situations, while other Jakes that didn't have the Spirit were getting just jacked up.
One thing he kept on mentioning in the movie was basically he doesn't fear man. I don't fear man. I don't fear what man can do to me. You know, I fear in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, and obviously he didn't say these words, but in a sense, this is what you can get from it.
Hey,
you know?
what would Yahweh say? Fear him that can destroy the body and spirit,
God.
and not just him that can destroy the body.
God.
And Will Smith, when you watch the movie, for a Jake that was in like the depths of slavery back then, he didn't give a fuck about Esau. He was just like, man. Several times in the movie, Esau put a gun in his face and was about to blow his brains out, but then something happened, like somebody's like, hey, don't shoot him, or another event happened to keep that from taking place. But Jake's that weren't rocking in the spirit in that movie, when Esau got him, hey, he sent him straight to the upper room.
Simple, quick, and easy. But like I said, that didn't happen to Will Smith in the movie, you know, and obviously it had to be Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua somewhere in the midst of it to protect him throughout the whole movie, obviously. You can go ahead and back up that precept with the Jeremiah 17 and 9.
Okay, this is Jeremiah 17 verse 9. The heart, which we know is the lab, or your mind. The heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Who can know it?
You know, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Okay, so we know that our minds, our thoughts, it can continuously go off. Okay. It will continuously go off until we get our new bodies, okay? And you know, it's wicked. It's obviously we have the truth, we have everything that we need to serve Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, but like I said, at times we can go off with our thoughts.
Because hey, we in the flesh, as Paul said in Romans chapter 7, that which I would do, I do not, but that which I want to do. That which I want to do, I do not, but that which I don't want to do, that I do. And we've got the spirit, but we've also got that war in the flesh. The spirit wants to do right, but the flesh is constantly tugging us in the direction to, you know, fulfill its lust. And I just got to give one spoiler to that movie.
Yeah, go ahead.
I got to give one spoiler to the movie, so it ain't too far into the movie. But just to back up how, you know, the heart and the mind, or your mind is deceitful above all things. The Jakes that were thinking carnally, here, I'll just explain the situation. So, Will Smith and a few other Jakes, a situation happens to where they escape the plantation and they got to go through the swamps. And the swamps got alligators and snakes and all that. So they're running and they come up to a body of water where they got to go through the water or the slaveholders are going to catch them. And Will Smith, without a second thought, just started walking into the water and went. But one Jake stayed behind because he was scared of the water. He saw an alligator dive underneath. His heart or his mind was deceitful above all things. He was scared in the flesh. He wasn't walking by faith. So what happened? The Jakes that went into the water, they got to the other side. But the other Jake that stayed, 3 dogs grabbed him and started ripping him to pieces. Keep going?
Yeah, hit verse 10 for me. You can stop at verse 10.
Jeremiah 17 verse 10. Yahweh, search the heart. I, Yahweh, search the heart. I try the reins, even to give every man according to his ways and according to the fruit of his doings.
So, like I said, to you unbelievers, to the first Jake who talked down on the Lord and said that, you know, if there is a Lord, if there was a power over Israel, he wouldn't put us through slavery. He wouldn't do this and that and the third. You know, you receive what you were supposed to receive. Okay? And also with the other Jake who didn't believe that I can make it away. The Lord gave him a window along with 3 other men to make it out, but he didn't believe that he could make it across that water.
He got scared his spirit was weak. He just started thinking carnal mindedly, like a lot of you Jakes. Hey, here we are preaching this word to you. We can clearly see at this point these prophecies are it's becoming self-evident what the charagma is, that the so-called white man's the Edomite, the devil, and he's about to come down in wrath, second lockdowns, martial law, and everything. But a lot of you Jakes, instead of rolling with the spirit, a lot of you are going to do exactly what you did during the first lockdowns because you're afraid of losing your job or anything like that. You took the jump shot back then. You're going to take the charagma this time. A lot of you are going to willingly go down to those concentration camps because you don't see a way out. You don't want to go through the swamp, so to speak, to make it through. So what? You're going to get ripped up by Esau.
What they say? Hey, woe to them that go down to Egypt for help, and they not going to have a choice. We understand that Yahweh Shem Yahushua is the only way out. There's no other avenue for us to take. And in their eyes, going down to Egypt or going down to the government is no other avenue for them. You know?
If I could say, Will Smith and them Jakes, mainly just Will Smith, since he was the most spiritual character, they went through the water, went through the swamp, went through the flood, and what the Most High set it up that standard for him. But the Jake that didn't believe, when Esau came in like a flood on those horses, got handled.
From what y'all describing, it sounds like he died in his unbelief, which is what the scriptures say. It's 2nd Esdras 15.
Oh, if I could just say one more thing, and he hand joined, he as it says, hand joined in hand with the wicked both shall fall. When the slave master pointed the gun at him and told his dogs to get off, he's like, so where are they going? He's like, if you tell me where you're going, we just bring you back. We bring you back and you'll be okay. Jake told him what happened. Hey, shot him. Blew him away. And what? He trusted his enemy. Went down to Egypt for help. Believed the words of the devil.
Never trust your enemy. It's 2nd Esdras 15, verse 3. Fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness.
Plain. Being unfaithful, not believing in the works of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, not keeping your eyes straight to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. That's what is going to fuck you up at the end of the day. Okay? One of the main scriptures that popped in my head, if I'm not mistaken, was that Peter, that Yahushua appeared on the water, and he lost faith and started sinking. Like that's the first thing that comes across my mind, because it's like, if you had the faith to make it across that water, everything would be okay.
And he was walking on the water at first, but then what? His mind, he started relying on his own carnal mind and got scared, and that's when he started sinking.
I got a quick precept for you.
Yeah, you got it.
This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 17 and verse 12. It says, for fear is nothing else but a betraying of the succors which reason offereth. And pretty much they had fear, okay, that the Lord wasn't guiding them. The same with Peter, with Yahushua. All right, he had fear of the boisterous winds. Okay, he had a fear for his life. All right, and
of the flood.
It says it is a betraying. Okay, so you betraying your own understanding. Okay, Yahushua gives us what? Understanding. So in a sense, it's like, you betraying Yahushua because this is a faith-based thing. Okay, but not to ramble on too much, I'll just read it one more time. It says, for fear is nothing else but a betraying of the succors which reason offereth. And that word succor, it says aid, okay, help. All right, and reason offereth what? Help. It aids you. It aids your understanding. Without reasoning, your understanding is based off of assumptions. Okay, but
I got one to back up just what you brought out. This is Sirach chapter 2. I'm gonna start at verse 1. Just
1 second. I found another definition for succor. It says help in a difficult situation, assistance in time of difficulty.
Okay, that goes right into this Sirach 2.
Go ahead, brother.
This is Sirach 2 verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart or your mind aright, and constantly endure. Beautiful. And make not haste in the time of trouble. You're not leaning under your own understanding. You reread that precept by?
This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 17 and verse 12. For fear is nothing else but a betraying of the succors which reason offereth.
Hey, that's you leaning under your own understanding and making haste in the time of trouble. You're just so carnal minded. You really ain't believing the words you're hearing, that you're just gonna go off your base animal instinct to try to save your own flesh. We're not relying on Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. I'm gonna jump down to verse 6. Believe in him and he will help thee. Order thy way aright and trust in him. Ye that fear the Lord, Wait for his mercy, and go not aside, lest ye fall. Ye that fear the Lord, believe in him, and your reward shall not fail. Point blank period. If you fear Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai, wait for his mercy, and you will not fail. We're about to go into times to where you may work out, you may be an excellent marksman, you may know judo, MMA, all that, perfect nutritionist. We're coming into a time we can't rely on anything carnal at all. It's got to be straight in the spirit, straight walking by faith, believing in the Most High, believing that he is and he will get us through these situations that we're about to come into, like emancipation.
Yep.
Will Smith got into situations was like, man, how's he gonna get through it? But and it was always some spiritual thing that happened that was allowed him to, you know, just keep it pushing.
If I could also mention too, we mentioned it last night on also in the video we did last night. It seemed like every situation he always found shelter. He always found food when it was time for him to eat, something to drink, he was always
able to hide from the enemy when they were like literally right on his heels, hiding from the dogs that had his scent, everything.
He knew the Lord gave him the spirit throughout that movie to just completely evade everything. And then when it came to the okay, I'm not gonna do that one. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that one. Slag it. But wait till you see the end of the movie. He gonna get busy. All right. You can run it out.
It's Hebrews 11, verse 6. But without faith it is impossible to please him, for he that cometh to the Most High must believe that he is, and that he is the rewarder of them that diligently seek him.
You can't please the Lord without faith, man. Faith is one of the many biggest things that you have to do, in this truth. Being a soldier of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai.
It's paramount.
God.
It's paramount to your walk.
Yep.
You have faith that the Most High will get you through it. And what? Through your faith, you do your works to make sure you please the Most High, so you can get that protective hedge over you.
God. You can get that Romans 3:3 for me.
Okay.
Amawar, can you get Ezekiel 12 and 26 to back that up?
This is Romans chapter 3, verse 3. For what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of the Most High without effect?
Hell no. That's the answer to that question. Hell no. Just because, we know that they're the unbelievers in this world, but they're not stopping anything, man. They're not stopping the will of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. It's not stopping anything from happening. At the end of the day, you unbelievers who think that, okay, if I don't believe in this truth, nothing is going to happen. That's basically in a time of terror. You at home, you just throwing the bed sheets over your head, hoping everything go away.
Hey, you people are hoping that what we're saying is a lie. You're hoping in a lie.
Yeah.
You have faith in a lie. You have faith in America, in the economy. You have hopium. You're full of hopium.
They high.
They high off the lie.
Con.
You might have to read verse 4 because that just back up what you just said.
Come.
Most High forbid. Yeah, let the Most High be true, but every man a liar, as it is written, that thou mightest be justified in thy sayings and mightest overcome when thou art judged.
So, like I said, exactly what I just said. Yahweh forbid. These people, you can't escape the judgment of the Lord, man. You cannot escape the judgment of the Lord. And just because of your non-belief, again, that's not stopping anything, man. The Lord is going to come through with everything that he said. And this Ezekiel is going to back up what I'm saying right there.
It's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 12, verse, let me start 26.
Yeah, 26.
Again, the word of Yahweh came to me, saying, Son of man, behold, they of the house of Israel say, the vision that he seeth is for many days. The water. Son of man, behold, they of the house of Israel say, the vision that he seeth is for many days to come, and he prophesied of the times that are far off.
You can stop right there. So, like I said, that's what many Jakes think right now. Oh, this is not going to happen in our time. Oh, man, this is going to happen in about 30, 40 years. This is going to happen in 2200 or some shit. We're going to be long gone off this earth. But now, we're here to tell y'all, man, that obviously if you got if you have eyes to see and you have ears to hear, you can see that we're at the end of this shit, man.
Where is your God? Why would he put us in this situation?
Come on, man.
Fast forward to today. Where's God? Where are you saying all these things gonna come to pass? We gotta believe in Sky Daddy or whatever bullshit y'all Jake say.
And Jake be talking big shit about the Most High, man. You can see their judgment is gonna be real serious.
Hey, what did that booty eater Kevin Gates say? I go to war with the Most High.
Yeah.
And now we on suicide watch because this woman's getting piped down by another woman.
Madness.
Come on, man. You want to say something? Or?
I had a quick one. Go ahead.
Yeah, just finish that 28. So
It says, therefore, say unto them, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, there shall none of my words be prolonged any more, but the word which I have spoken shall be done, saith the Lord Yahweh.
point blank period, man. Like the brother Ryan say, point blank period. Whatever he said is going to happen, it's going to happen. All right, these times are not far off because obviously, again, if you have eyes to see, you have ears to hear, you can see what the fuck is going on. You can see the famines, you can see the plagues, you can see the Karagma,
World War III.
Everything is in plain sight, man. We're damn near at the finish line, Lord willing. Okay? And this shit is over. But again, to you non-believers, come on, man. This shit is right around the corner. And that is perfect.
Beautiful.
Yeah. The light's right on it. Yeah, brothers.
I got a quick one,
Yeah, you got it.
because ultimately, bro, that disbelief, actually, we need that. You know, we need the disbelief is needed. It's much needed, and they're not doing nothing. Like the brother Kaya always say, bro. By trying to avert their destiny, they meet their destiny. Okay, but it says, yeah, that's your lot. And I'm gonna just go into it.
Is that Romans?
No, that's the book of Job. Book of Job, chapter 12 and verse 16. It says, "With him is strength and wisdom. The deceived and the deceiver are his." Right. So, hey, both us and you know the Edomites, the non-believers, everybody who's doing, you know, thinking the way they thinking. Okay, they think it's not gonna pass. The ones that do, hey, it's all of the Lord. The Lord have you thinking the way that you're thinking. Okay, so don't get it twisted. All right, like you're doing something, you're not doing nothing. The Lord is making you. Go ahead.
What you're doing is the will of the Lord.
That's right.
That's what you have liberty to do, is to follow the Lord's plan.
Con.
But I got one to back up
You
the
got
point
it,
you
brother.
made.
Yep.
This is Romans 11 and 28. As concerning the gospel, they are enemies for your sakes. And as touching the election, they are beloved for the Father's sake. So as it says, as concerning the gospel, they are enemies for your sakes. Hey, everybody's playing their role right now. Everybody's got their role in the movie. You got the good guys, you got the bad guys, and you got the extras.
Yeah, the side
Uncle
characters.
Tom.
The side characters. Uncle Toms, Coons, Scoffers, all that.
Coon number 1, coon number 2.
Hey, it was written all throughout the scriptures that Israel would come against the prophets and come against the elect. For what? For edification's sake. Hey, to justify their judgment and to further build our faith. When we see scoffers come up, talk shit, and then they get cut down before Jacob's trouble, and especially during Jacob's trouble, to let us know, look, we were in the right path. We were in the right path the whole time.
That's right.
When we're not taking that full fury of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. But as touching the election, they are beloved for the Father's sake. Because even though they're scoffers and demons, they still Israel at the end of the day. And they're fulfilling the will that he set them to fulfill. And hey, when everything's said and done, Israel gonna be good in the kingdom. The whole nation's gonna be straight. But there's that caveat. There are gonna be those with that eternal good memorial, and be those with that eternal shame.
That's right.
Right.
Yeah,
It's Hosea chapter 4 and verse 6. It says, "My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, saying, thou hast forgotten the law of thy power, I will also forget thy children."
So, due to your non-belief, the Lord not gonna fuck with you. Okay? You're gonna go through way worse times than us. Okay? We're going through what we go through right now, but at the end of the day, we know what we're going through is for a reason. Okay? We have the faith, and we, Lord willing, we maintain this faith until the end. But we know that if we maintain this faith that we have, we're going to overcome at the end.
Hey, we're weeping now so we can laugh later.
God.
While y'all are laughing now and are going to weep later.
God.
As it says in Ecclesiastes 7, hey, better is it to be in the house of mourning than the house of mirth, where the fools are and where death and destruction and horror is. Hey, there ain't too much laughing in Babylon for that much longer. You got people not being able to buy Christmas presents. They couldn't afford a turkey during Thanksgiving. And 2023 is only going to get worse. It's not getting better.
And if I could also add to you, like you said, the Lord is going to reject you. Okay, so yeah, at this time right now, in this recession and the troubles that we're going through right now, and these famines and plagues, a lot of people are going through it. But ultimately, you guys and girls, y'all are not going to get the word of the Lord. Ultimately, the most valuable thing that you receive on this earth.
You're not getting the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to get you through the trials.
That's right.
So you're just going to be, what are you going to do? You're going to go down to Egypt for help.
Yep.
You're not going to go across the waters in the swamp.
Right.
You're going to wait for daddy to come, and then you're going to get ripped up and yoked up
Yep.
and put
That's
to death.
Yep. Can you give me that John 3:16 and read down to 18, Buffy Show?
Okay. It's the Gospel according to St. John, chapter 3, starting at verse 16. For the Most High, Yahweh, so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life.
So first and foremost, this world is not the entire world, Jake. Whoever's watching this video, this is not the entire world. This word world in the Greek goes to the word cosmos, and it goes to an orderly arrangement of the Lord, okay, of his likings, okay? And the number one tribe on top of that, the family, is the family of Israel, the tribe of Israel.
Like a body, a government,
Yeah.
like going into that.
God.
It says they should not perish.
God.
For the Most High sent not his Son into the world to condemn the world, but that the world through him might be saved.
God. His hopeful elect, the people who believe, not you non-believers, you the ones who believe, the hopeful elect and the 1/3. You keep going up.
Hey, that backs up that, if I could just get it real quick, John 17 verse 9, which further clarifies that there is the world of Israel, but then there's the world of the elect within Israel.
That's right.
This is John 17 verse 9. I pray for them. I pray
Yep.
not for the world. I pray for who? The world of the elect of the nation of Israel, but for them which thou hast given me, that they are thine. And those that believe on Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai.
God. Yep. Beautiful.
Cut and dry. That's so cut and dry.
And even if you want to try to make that claim that John 3:16 is talking about the whole world, then break down that John 17 and 9 if we want to play stupid.
Yeah.
Or just keep reading.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it. That's all you got to do.
Yeah, just keep reading verse 18. It says, he that believeth on him is not condemned,
Yep.
but he that believeth not is condemned already,
God.
because he have not believed in the name of the only begotten Son of Yahweh.
Come on, man. So you people who do not believe in Yahweh Bashim Shai, you guys are already condemned. Y'all are damned. Destruction is near. Destruction is right around the corner, right down the street, man.
And some of y'all do believe in a sense. You may know the name. You still can't get it.
Yep.
You still bugged out.
God.
I believe that.
They're being led by the Ruach instead of the Ruach with us.
You got something?
This just to back up the point of, hey, it's the elect that's gonna get it, right? It says, this Amos chapter 3 and verse 6, it says, shall a trumpet be blown in a city, and the people be not afraid? Question mark. Shall there be evil in a city, and the Lord had not done it? Surely the Lord will do nothing but reveal it, his secrets, unto his servants the prophets. Right? Hey, and that's the reason why we get it. Okay? He revealed his secrets. Okay? The said perils. We understand these things. First and foremost, starting with Elder Abba Bivens, all right, going down to the apostles and all the way to the least of us. Okay? You niggas can't get it. All right? And you won't get it. All right?
You got some more? I got something to back you up.
I wanted to say it because you started out with the scene with the guy saying, okay, if there was a God, why does he have us going through this? Right? And what is slavery? it's in our sense, it's an evil thing. Okay? And it says, right, it says in verse 6, shall there be evil in a city and the Lord had not done it? Hey, the Lord put us through that. And that's a whole nother topic for another time. But to answer that question, hey, the Lord done that to us for disobedience, okay? For breaking the covenant. But
and the Lord, hey, like the brother's saying, it says it in the law. If we went off from the law, we'd be captive unto our enemies. So for our disobedience, we went to slavery. But hey, here's the flip side to it. You Edomites, you so-called white people who touched the apple of the Most High's eye, the children of Israel, the Most High used you to punish us, and then He's going to punish you right afterwards. Because that's the recompense for touching His eye. Those that spoil you shall be a spoil. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. That's how cold the Most High is.
This is something to back up all three, y'all. This is Baruch, chapter 4, verse 29. It says, for he that hath brought these plagues upon you shall bring your everlasting joy again with your salvation. So the Most High is the one that put us in this position. He's the one that's going to take us out. So you have to have faith in Him. You can't just say, well, the Lord put us here, so after the Lord, we're just going to do it on our own. That's madness.
Also to add to you, like I said, people fail to see the end goal of it. Okay? So we went through slavery, we went through all these captivities for one main reason, from going away from the Lord, disobeying the Lord, okay? And now we're in our last captivity to the point that we need to remember everything that we did wrong to know that we're never going to do this again. We're the most fucked up that we've ever been in our time on this earth. Okay? But at the
beautiful.
Yeah.
Real quick. Yeah. Verse 28. For as it was your mind to go astray from the Most High, so being returned, seek Him 10 times more. How you going to seek the Lord 10 times more if you never went off? We had to fall so that we could rise again. Yeah. You know, the nation of Israel, we're that rose up out of the concrete.
Inside joke.
Yeah, basically, man, we had to fall so that we could rise. So the Lord had to punish us. You know, you punish your son was, hey man, fuck my parents, I'm gonna go do my own thing. Yeah.
If you say fuck your parents, leave, what are you, a bastard? You're a bastard. And what's it saying in Hebrews? Those that go through the chastisement are treated as sons. Because a father corrects his son. Like if you see your son going off, your daughter going off, you're gonna whip their ass so they can get right. And the elect took that ass beating, and now they're seeking to please their father 10 times more. But for you bastards out there, you keep taking that beating. You say, "Fuck you, dad. Fuck you, mom. I want to kill grandma." And you go smoke some dope. You gonna go smoke some dope or something, or smoke some
meth, whatever.
But that's why they gotta learn about death by pain.
Point blank. Period.
That's the only way to fix your actions. Okay, we tried everything else. We tried talking calm. We tried talking sweet. We even stepped it up a notch. You know, bust your ass, put you through slavery. All right, got you beaten and killed by the cops. All right, that didn't work. So what's the only other step? I gotta reboot you. What they call it?
A hard reset.
A hard reset.
Gotta reload you.
If I could add to you, like I said, it's a win-win situation at the end of the day, man. Because at the end of the day, we receive the kingdom, we get back in our right minds, and the Lord still get the glory over everything. Because this is His people. He did this to His people. They were down at the bottom. They were fucked up. They was last in everything. They were the most killed, the most diseased, and so on and so forth. But at the end of the day, they still won because that hopeful elect and that 1/3 they believe in Yahweh.
Hey, if it not been for that remnant, we'd have been as Sodom and as Gomorrah.
Right. Yes, sir.
You got it. This is Baruch 4 verse 6.
Romans 11:7.
Ye were sold to the nations, not for your destruction, but because ye moved the Most High to wrath. Ye were delivered unto the enemies. So point blank period. We went through this because we went off. These Edomites, these so-called white people, weren't more intelligent or more stronger than us. You didn't do anything of your own volition, Esau or you other heathen nations. We went off, we went into captivity, and you overdid it on us. We're about to come out of our captivity. You're going to go into your captivity, and we're going to do double unto you as you did unto us. And it's all sanctioned and justified by the Most High, and ain't nobody can do anything about it. Every role has been set, the righteous, the wicked. That's it.
The vessels of honor, the vessels of mercy. The vessels fitted to destruction, these Edomites.
That's right.
Beautiful.
Let me grab that.
Romans 11:7. If y'all have don't have anything else. I ended off with Sirach 2 and 12. Y'all got anything y'all want to get off?
God, it's the book of Romans, chapter 11 and verse 7. It says, "What then? Israel had not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election hath obtained it, and the rest were blinded."
Salaki, I forget the precept that you brought out before. I wanted to back that up with that. I forgot exactly.
The deceived and the deceiver are his. The Job 12.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
I think that's it.
Yeah, I just forgot what you read, but just overall, like I said, but we, the election, have obtained it, and the rest were blinded. So again, we are the believers in this truth. We are the believers in Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You know, we're going to obtain the glory. I mean, we're all going to obtain the glory at the end of the day, but some higher than others based off of the belief in the trials and tribulations that we went through.
As it says in, I think 2 Corinthians 12, every man, or 1 Corinthians 12, every man in their own order.
Yep, definitely. Yeah, you go ahead.
Verse 8, it says, "According as it is written, Yahweh hath given them the spirit of slumber, eyes that they should not see, and ears that they should not hear until this day."
And that's plain as day, man. It's still, obviously, it's still the believers out here, and it's definitely 2/3 of you unbelievers that's, you know, still walking this earth, man. But at the end of the day, again, that's not going to stop anything. You know, you fitting right in the lot that you need to be in.
Right.
In, you know,
And they are enemies for this gospel. They are enemies for your sake, but for unto the election, they are beloved for the Father's sake. Even though they doing wrong, they doing right by the Most High.
yeah. Come on. You keep going.
Verse 9.
Finish on the 9.
"And David said, Let that table be made a snare, and a trap, and a stumbling block, and a recompense unto them." It says, "Let their eyes be darkened, that they may not see, and bow down their back always."
So at the end of the day, man, your unbelief, your non-belief of Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to be what's that of the cartoons with the little 2-ton thing?
Oh, the anvil.
The anvil, yeah. That's your recompense that's going to be dropped on your head for your non-belief, man.
And the anvil, great millstone, getting cast on it to dash you to pieces.
Yeah,
That's right.
It says that then that fell on the cornerstone or tried to hit it were just dashed into pieces. And we know the cornerstone goes into Yahushua, the great millstone goes into Yahushua,
Right.
that also goes into the nuclear missiles. Hey, if you make it through these calamities of Jacob's trouble, the missiles are going to get you, or the laser beams are going to get you, and that's it.
You're not going to escape without faith.
Mm-hmm.
You may seem like you're delivering yourself temporarily. Well, I stored up some canned goods. I stored up some bullets. A lot of the food you people are storing is really for the elect.
Yeah.
And a lot of the bullets, they're going to be used on you.
That's right.
The first thing I thought about when you guys said this, I know y'all watched the movie The Warriors, man. The Warriors. What was the song that the lady played on the radio? There's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. You can't hide from the Lord, man. You non-believers, y'all gonna get y'all issue, man. And hopefully, you know, us believers, we maintain to the end. You know,
Like the Warriors did.
Yep.
You had some that made it, some that didn't make it, but they still got back to Coney Island.
Yep. Beautiful. But we can go ahead and end it off with that. That's a rock too.
It's the book of Sirach, chapter 2, verse 12. "Woe be to the fearful hearts and faint hands, and the sinner that goeth 2 ways."
You can go to 14, but I'll go ahead and break that down. Woe be to fearful hearts and faint hands and sinners that go 2 ways. Come on, man. There's only one way that you go through this. It's a straight and narrow path that you have to walk. You know, believing in Yahweh Shem Yahushua, doing the works of the Lord, being brotherly, so on and so forth. You know, you can't go 2 ways in this thing. You can't have 1 foot in this world.
You can't be lukewarm.
Yeah, you can't be lukewarm.
Either be hot for the truth, or if you cold, don't half step. Just go be a complete nigger, a scumbag, a scallywag in the world. Because at least you can enjoy the little bit of this wickedness, and not just be, you know, being lukewarm and half stepping, which, as it says in that Revelation 3, the Most High just spew out of his mouth.
Going in a half stepping right there. Verse 13, Baba Bishop.
Verse 13. "Woe unto him that is faint-hearted,
Beautiful.
for he believeth not. Therefore shall he not be defended."
Hey, the Lord is not messing with no half steppers, man. You either in it or you out. You either get down or you lay down. It's plain and simple, man. The Lord don't deal with the faint-hearted. If you're not all the way rocking with the Lord is not rocking with you.
That's right.
It says, woe unto you that have lost patience, and what will ye do when Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai shall visit you?
Which wraps into the title of this lesson. Woe to you non-believers. Because at the end of the day, it's nothing but destruction and that anvil that's going to drop on your head. Okay? And that's the end all be all. But you brothers got anything you want to go? Okay? So I pray that this was an edifying lesson. Prior to leaving, we're going to give infinite honors and prayers to
Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKodash.
Double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS who taught us this truth. Peace and salutations to you, hopefully elect, your Akim and Aqua, and Shalom.
Shalom.
Abba.
We just hit it once. We just hit it once.
Just one time. One time was good.